Austria, and Trump campaign donor Trevor Traina. Great to have you on the program tonight. Thank you for being here. The way I look at this, these are two distinct issues. The first issue is how do we deal with China, who doesn't play fair on any playing field that it plays on, including AI, and we're seeing those issues with DeepSeek as well. But then also what the Trump administration is trying to focus on, which is you don't want too many guardrails. You want that security in place so China doesn't get us, but you also want innovation to be able to, flourish here in the United States, because that's what we do and we do it best.
That's exactly right. And actually, this summit in France is a follow-up to the one that happened in England. I attended that summit. I actually was at the embassy hearing Vice President Harris's speech when she unveiled the Biden plan. And it was incredible. There was almost no discussion about how this technology could cure cancer or put people on Mars. It was all about, could it lead to racism, et cetera. There was such an attitude of what could go wrong. And I think that it's very reassuring that the Trump administration, and we also have an AI czar, David Sachs, that they're focusing on what are the benefits, particularly if we win this race. And I also think that JD Vance is the perfect person to go. He has a technology background. He's spent time in Silicon Valley. He can speak this language.
Alex Wang, who just made his comment about being in the lead, the EU seems to want to control. The European nations, it's not about guardrails, proper regulation, development. That's a vast contrast to what we have in the U.S. What do you say to that?
Well, I think that what we have in the U.S. is good old-fashioned capitalism, right? We have a handful of very successful and well-funded companies that are all going after this prize. And they each have a little bit of their own take, but, they're all what I would call in the race. And then, you have China, which is also really nipping at our heels, and they want to try and overtake us. And like Alex said, it's a real danger. And then you have Europe, and a lot of their actions are country-specific, 5 billion euro here or whatever. I was ambassador in Austria. The #1 AI person in Austria works for the Chinese.
Yeah.
So I think the Europeans have a little work to do.
Limited time for this answer here, Trevor, but Democratic House Leader Hakeem Jeffries reportedly meeting with over 150 Silicon Valley donors last week in California to, quote, mend fences. The feeling is Silicon Valley is feeling a little bit purple, and it's starting to make them nervous. I've got 15 seconds for you.
Well, I'd love to hear how he explained the 4 years during which all they did was attack the tech industry and fail to defend it internationally. That's a record that would be very hard to erase, and I think it's what led to the unraveling of their stranglehold on Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Put your money on word salad part 2.
Thank you, Trevor. Great to see you.